I just woke up and I've been making the conscious effort to not just grab my phone when I wake up, so I was enjoying the sunrise, and I've been getting this message about tapping into our ancestry is really significant at the moment. So I wanted to get a few messages and see if I can get some more info. I'm using the akashic tarot. Right now, you might be interested, or it would be a good idea to look back at your lineage. The patterns and cycles in your family line on your mother's side and on your dad's side, like what themes has your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother experienced that you are also experiencing, and the same with your father, your grandfather, and so on. Coincidentally, my dad is writing a memoir that I'm editing, and I just started reading it yesterday, his manuscript, and I can feel as I'm reading it how significant it is that he is writing that and that I'm able to read it. And also just conversations with my mom has unlocked certain blockages. When we are on a healing journey, we go through phases where we see certain things that have happened in our family life, in our childhood, that either cause trauma or sort of impeded our spiritual, mental, emotional, or even our physical growth. But once we become aware of it, then we can heal it, or we can navigate it in a different way. So maybe you are able to forgive someone in your family for something once you've had a certain experience, or you are able to understand the whys about why this person did that, and that takes away your resentment, or gives you the courage to do something in a different way, right? So let's see what cards we get for the Akashic Tarot. Please give us messages around our ancestry and what we need to know about it right now. The Bird's Nest, Three of Forces. This is about taking care of those that God, the universe, has placed in your care. And I'm getting a sense that for a lot of people, they are single parent households, or have been single parent households, and probably in the past that's usually been a mother or a woman carrying a whole entire family on her own, or even communities. The communities have been carried by women, and yes, things are changing. There are single fathers now, amazing, wonderful single fathers that take care of their families and their children all by themselves. But I think that there's lessons here, and this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading, so this will be different for everybody. I think it would be helpful to look at: do you come from a home where you had a mother and a father in the home, or did you just have your mother? How did that affect you? Did you not have a relationship with your father, or was it a difficult or strained relationship, and how that affected you? And it's like we are very conscious and aware of changing that for our children now and those that come after us. There's a transformation happening with this bright light shining here. It's like there's an awareness, and we are being different so that we can raise our children differently. And this is not just children. This is, we have soul contracts with certain people. And some expire, it's for a season or for a period. Once a lesson is learned or certain karma has been resolved, then those soul contracts would end. And it's not necessarily bad or good, it just is what it is. Like I've lost someone very significant to me that was an amazing relationship. There was no negative karma, but whatever my higher self or God has planned, their part in the story had come to an end at that point. Right? But for the time that that person was in my life, it was very significant for both of us, because there were certain things that needed to play out in this lifetime. Right? So think about the people that are closest to you, that are entrusted to you. Sometimes we can feel resentful because I have to take care of so and so. My parents are old and I have to take care of them and I can't live my life, type of thing. But when we look back at the patterns and the cycles of the past, we can see how we can do it differently. I feel like some of the experiences that we might deem as negative will be helpful for your next phase. So for instance, if you come from a single parent household, right, the next phase of your life might be that you will be having children, and so you have certain new insights about how to not repeat those same cycles that were negative. And not all of it was negative or bad. As a son to a single mother, you learned how to respect and honor a woman because you grew to have a really close relationship with your mother. And that doesn't have to be a codependent relationship where you are a mama's boy and you never grew up and never became mature. There are a lot of men that, because they had a single parent home, they learned responsibility early. They saw their mother's struggles, and so they had empathy and understanding for that. Or you could have had divorced parents and then you go through that yourself, and now you want to beat yourself up about it because you didn't want to repeat that mistake. But that doesn't mean that the next phase of your life has to be the same as what your parents was and how your life was with divorced parents. Now you as a divorced parent can have a better relationship with your children. Maybe you're co-parenting in a different way, or you come together with another person and have a blended family and things are different, whereas in the past that might have been a very complicated situation. This is also like threes are expansion energy, right? So either your family is growing or you are growing as a person. It might be that it's time for you to leave the nest or go out on your own, be on your own, or you are this person and this phase requires you to be there for certain people, maybe emotionally, maybe financially, maybe physically, maybe spiritually. We don't realize that often we are spiritual guides for others in their lives, or they are to us. Like I feel like my children are little angels, that watching them navigate the world heals my inner child. 4 of Keys, clearing the way. Like you might feel like there's a lot of obstacles in your way right now. Like you want to move, but certain things are just not happening and it's difficult. That might be because there's another person that needs to be doing the work with you to make the work lighter. I'm hearing you can't do it all on your own. This is for my hyper-independent, super self-reliant people. I might need to do a part 2 for this.